So in the episode, we talked a little bit about this idea of mindfulness, practicing presence.
Mm-hmm.
And you talked a little bit about chemical releases that happen when you're running, that can also happen when you're doing mindfulness.
Yeah.
Is that the extent of the benefit? Like we do it to get high on brain drugs?
Yeah, right. It's a added benefit to the experience for sure. I'm really, really interested in the neuroscience of this kind of stuff. Like this is like a huge passion of mine with heat exposure and cold exposure and what it does to your brain. And there's all these studies that are coming out about these things. So I could talk about it forever.
Yeah.
I would have to prepare more time with it. But yeah, there's the benefit of just being present. The other thing that I really like to talk about that I didn't say in the video was it's this really good way to enter into gratitude. And so like after a run, just the experience of being present and drinking a glass of water, like literally like just the basic things, or like the rest after a run, how much more meaningful it is to sit down on the couch after a run or so those are some of the benefits that I think about a lot. But there are for sure like these things that we're chasing.
Yeah.
These, these brain reactions that you can get naturally from doing physical activity.
Yeah. Well, and I'm thinking too, like some of those brain reactions are the same thing that we pursue in medication for depression or anxiety.
Yeah.
I think the gratitude thing, we've done a lot of video content on the benefits of gratitude and why it's helpful, even on a neurobiological level.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things that I really appreciate about mindfulness is that, especially for me, I have ADHD. I've had it as long as I can remember. And one of the major symptoms that I still experience this day is this feeling of like drifting through time. And so it's like being in a lazy river that's just pushing me too fast, and I can't just slow down and be present in the moment. And so it's a natural deficit of myself, and by engaging in mindfulness, it helps to be able to slow things down and actually engage and think through what's happening, and to be able to create memories too. I think that's something that we again could probably do research on and build out way more content on. But I think that oftentimes we forget that if we're disconnected or if we're just in the rush of things, we aren't actually encoding memory very effectively. And so there's less of the world that we're experiencing and less of the world that we're able to store as experience.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
So, okay, running, I do climbing. Let's think of just one other way that you could use movement and mindfulness together, and how it might work, just as an example.
Yeah. Are we recording now, or are you just asking?
Yeah, so this is just kind of like a footnote part.
Yeah. I would like to introduce an interesting one that maybe is not someone's first idea.
It's curling, huh?
Yeah. right. It's yo-yoing.
I love that.
Actually, for me, a big one has been sitting in the sauna, which that isn't movement.
Oh, okay.
But what I would like to, and this is going to get a little nerdy. This is going to expose a little bit of my nerdy side, but if you can sit in a sauna with a high level of heat for at least 15 minutes, if I'll bring my watch and I'll check my heart rate, it brings the heart rate up to the same heart rate that would be like a moderate run. So let's say you're a person that's watching this video and running feels unrealistic. You can sit in the sauna for 10 to 15 minutes, whatever you feel comfortable with, and you can receive some of the same benefits of the movement aspect of it, but it has much less toll on your body, but it is going to give you the same good feelings of leaving the sauna. And so
like the cardiovascular work.
Yes, it's going to do the same cardiovascular work. It's going to bring attention to your breathing. And then there is going to be the mindfulness part that I really like is you are present in that moment, because it does feel difficult to sit in there for a certain amount of time. And then when you walk out, to notice what's happening in your body, noticing being present in that moment and just coming down from a high heart rate, just getting your body moving, asking something that does intentionally causing stress on your body in a meaningful way, which is a lot of what movement is and a lot of what exercise can be. So this one is, I'll throw out a little curveball and say there is a lot of replication of what movement is and what mindfulness is in that experience.
Yeah.
But it can be an easier entry point
Yeah.
for someone that running may feel unrealistic or challenging.
I love that. Now I just got to find a sauna that
You know?
I can go to and practice it. That's a
Yeah.
great one. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron, thank you for being on Monday Minute. And encourage all of you to continue exploring different videos on the collective, especially around gratitude and mindfulness. There's plenty. And we will see you on Monday.
All right. Thanks, guys.